Right, good evening YouTubers. Now, I know I haven't made a video in a while, so I thought I'd show you guys what I've been up to. Now, what I have been doing is playing on a wonderful range of maps called SkyTable, which are these. Now, as you can see, you start off on 2 blocks of bedrock, and you have an equivalent exchange tablet, transmutation tablet. Unfortunately, I've currently got this on a multiplayer server, but it doesn't store your EMC. Now, usually you'd start off with 33 EMC, which is enough to have 1 dirt. Oh, it does store it, excellent. 1 dirt and 1 sapling, which is basically how you begin. That's good, it just didn't show it properly. So, the basic premise of this is you have a world that is completely empty, so I've even got the map up there and it's all transparent. And there's nothing in this world apart from 1 secret cache of items that you have miles and miles away and have to find yourself. Luckily it's on a horizontal, so somewhere around there, easy to find. And you have to start off from scratch with absolutely nothing, Starker's character, and all you get is enough to make that tree. Now, there's a lot of recipes stored in the tablet that you can use to your advantage later on, once you have enough EMC. So the basics of it are, you start off, you try and get as much EMC as possible. Now, first part is you sit here and wait for this tree to grow. But because I'm an admin, I am going to skip ahead. Now, this doesn't really count. Oh, great. This doesn't really count as cheating, because the way I see it is all you're doing. Stupid me. All you're doing is saving a bit of time. 35115. Yes, so anyway, all I'm doing is speeding up the video theoretically. So let's just pretend that's what I've done. And I waited for an hour for this thing to grow, and it grew. Right. So you have the tree. You've lost your first piece over there, which is very annoying. There we go. Now the good thing about trees is the value of EMC to buy a sapling is 30. Every one of these pieces of wood that you get is also worth 30. So now I can buy 4 more trees and lose all those saplings over the edge. I need to try and grab as many of those as possible, because each of those is also worth 30. So you're multiplying up the value of your tree, your initial sapling, quite significantly there. Am I able to catch that? Yes, I am. Better still, once you get enough, 3 of them you can buy a bone, which will then allow you to learn the bone meal recipe. Ta-da! Now every sapling or tree stump you get, you can also get bone meal. So what this does is lets us constantly do that now, so we can have enough of a supply going that we should never run out of EMC, and always be able to harvest some using just 2 blocks of wood. Now you may say, what's the point of that, because you're stuck on a tiny little island, but one of the recipes you also get is obviously going to be dirt. And you can buy 32 dirt with every 1 wood. So you can see that you can quickly expand the area you're on significantly past where you began. Which doesn't take too long. So I'll just fast forward a bit until I've got a more significant island. There we go, that's a bit better. Now you've got room for 4 or so trees. It's good to have the trees a little way inland, I suppose it's inland, so that you can harvest the planks, and then the saplings, as you can see, will land on the actual dirt and you won't lose them. It means you have to spend less time gathering. Right. So we'll just do another tree quickly. At this point you can do wooden tools, but I find wooden axes are so pathetic, you're better off doing it by hand until you get stone. And don't worry, you won't spend all your time cutting trees like this, because after a little while you can get some nice plants going that will give you a lot of EMC, but I'll show you that later. So, if you look now, you can see there's a lot of recipes that are already in here, including stuff like sugarcane and other seeds. Mushrooms are good for EMC once you grow them with bone meal. Cocoa, all of that stuff, and if you go far enough you get iron, which is good. Now, you'll also notice that there is no cobblestone to start you off. so you can't make all those stone tools straight away. Now the reason I've got iron is because one of the main things we want to build is obviously a cobblestone generator, because once you've got that you can make all the cobblestone tools and give yourself a supply of building materials beyond the basic. Let's just cut this down a bit more. Just a quick word while I'm doing this. I said originally that I've got this on multiplayer. I have indeed got this on my server, and it works just as well as single player, with one possible exception, which is that if you want to play this map, for a start I have to upload a unique empty SkyTable map to the server under a different name from the original, which is easy enough to do, but I also have to stop the server and wipe the tablet information for that person who wants it, who wants the map, so that they start off, and then I have to upload the tablet information that comes with SkyTable under their name, because otherwise they'll have access to hundreds of millions of things that they're not supposed to, including cobble and all of that stuff that makes the beginning a lot easier for them, which takes all the fun out of it, in my opinion. So if people would actually want to do this, then it would mean sacrificing all their current gear and all their current learned recipes. Now you may ask why with all these sacrifices I bothered to put this on multiplayer. Well, I did a bit of a practice earlier on for fun, and I found it quite enjoyable to have people on the server come and have a look around, give me some pointers, say this is good, that's good, what are you doing here, all that kind of stuff. It's good fun. It's all the fun of normal SkyTable, but with your mates. Although none of them are on at the moment, so ignore that. I just thought it might be amusing if lots of people do it in the same way together. Kind of like a server full of SkyTables and see everybody's projects. Or more interesting actually, I was thinking earlier, wouldn't it be really good if there was one map that starts off as SkyTable, like this, but but everyone starts on the same map, and everyone builds out from the centre, so we can have a world entirely built up in the air with only the resources you can get through this method, which I think would be very interesting. I might actually give that a try later on. But yet again, it will mean people sacrificing all their ill-gotten gains. Right, now let's just change this for wood and make a crafting table. And I'll show you what I'm up to, what I'm thinking of. First thing you want to do is grab the bucket. Now there's already a recipe for a bucket in there, and that bucket can also contain lava, but I think you need quite a bit more to get a lava bucket. If you want water, you can start off, you can get ice really easily. One ice is 1 EMC. Oh great, it's raining. Sorry, no in-game effects, but it's miserable. Yeah, 1 ice is 1 EMC, so you can always have an easy supply of water very, very cheaply. But getting the lava is a bit more expensive. I believe it's 3 blocks of wood on top of the bucket. Now the good thing is, you may think that's very expensive, but you can get the bucket back and turn it into a tool or anything you want the second you've dropped the lava down. That's one of the wonderful things I love about equivalent exchange. You can use a tool and then, there we go, it's only 2 blocks. You can use a tool and then get the item back once you've used it. Yeah, let's get a bit more of that. There we go. Let's pick a corner. Let's not do it there because it'll fall and melt in the lava. Get a standard generator going. Be there, wouldn't it? Yep. And we'll be able to get ourselves some decent tools. Yeah, that looks about right. So, dump the lava there. Now, ice only turns into water if it's got a block under it, so we can destroy that one now. And then, ta-da, we have cobble. Now, the one problem with this is I do in fact need a basic axe. A little wooden axe. Now, you can also teach these recipes to the tablet if you really want to, but they're not worth much. So let's just get rid of our first 3 here, and then we can get ourselves a stone axe. As you can see, some of them still fall into the cobble into the lava. This generator's Mark 1 inefficient, but still, it's good fun. There we go, I now have a stone pickaxe. Now if I teach a stone pickaxe to that, it's actually worth a lot less than a wooden pickaxe, because stone's worthless, basically. But it means next time I've got 11 EMC, I can do that again. Now one thing you will notice is this has gone down to 29 value instead of the maximum 32 value, because of its durability, which I think is a very nice feature. Right, next thing. Let's just grab one of those, teach it to the table, and we can turn all our dirt into cobble. Job done. Right, now what then? Well, the next thing I want to do is get a furnace going so I can get some coal. Oh, actually, let me get myself an axe. There's one, two... Oh wait, I've got loads, haven't I? Stupid me. Oh, that's the point. Stick planks in there to teach them. Stick sticks in there. Sticks are only worth 4, so, you know, 4 cobble and you've got yourself a stick. Nice and handy for later on without having to divide up an entire tree. Let's get an axe going. There we go. Oh, that's a good point. Why have I still got that? Burn it. Ooh, might as well. Actually, one bone meal, because I'm going to need some more wood for this. That's a bit quicker, isn't it? There we go, plenty of wood. And, oh, I've got the furnace, haven't I? Yeah, dump that there. Stick the wood in the top, and a bit of that. Let's just get some more saplings from here while that's going. Now, like the normal matter recipes, there's also quite a few, well, there's a few energy recipes in there, some basic ones to get you started. Beyond very basic, there's not much. Got 6 of those, haven't I? Let's stick them all in there. And we have charcoal going for that. Oh, there's another sapling up there. Good, good, well caught. Oh, it's a dreary day in this world, isn't it? Just dump that there and try and encourage some more growth. Right, so the good thing about charcoal is, I mean obviously it's a standard fuel that lasts as long as coal, but it's worth a lot less than coal. You need 4 charcoal to make 1 coal, but you can also use charcoal to make stuff like redstone. So then you can make things like pistons and such. For those who are not familiar with equivalent exchange, when you put a fuel in here it locks to fuel, so you can only use fuel to get fuel, and you can only use matter to get matter, until later on when you get a Klein star that converts them, so that you can use both. Right, let's get some more wood then. Once this is done, actually, there were 2 spare in there, weren't there? Okay, let's make ourselves a piston. That's right, because I don't need that anymore, so I can get myself 3 iron back. What am I doing? Don't want to make a pickaxe, do I? Oh yeah, I forgot about those. I'll use those later. Now what I'm making here is a block breaker. So I'll be able to automate my system. What am I doing? Recipe. I need a pickaxe as well, so I'm going to need to harvest a bit more. There we go. That should be sufficient. No, it wouldn't, actually. Yeah, it needs 8, doesn't it? Alright, let's grab some saplings. Come on, saplings, where are you hiding? And yes, it is essential to hold down shift at all times to avoid walking yourself off the edge of the map, because there is no bottom. You will fall for a very long time. Now, in single player, that means death, and this thing's hardcore mode, so... Did I get no saplings from it? Oh. So yeah, that would mean end of game. As this is multiplayer, we've got home/set home and such. So when you're falling, you can just slash home. It takes a bit of the danger out of it, but I still... Oh yeah, that's a good point. Teach that recipe. But I still think it's enough danger to make it fun. Let's get a bit more wood here, and then we can leave the rest to decay. I believe it's 8 for an iron bar. There we go. Right. Let's make an iron pickaxe and teach it. Right. Actually, I do still need this up. Recipe is cobble. Yep. Yeah, nice little feature I found of this recently is if you're in a crafting table, you can click question mark and it'll come up with a ghost of the image. Don't know why I haven't spotted this before, it's been on so many videos. There, we have a block breaker. Know how to get it in place. Oh yeah, these things are at the top, so I can just drop that down the bottom. Go around the back. Make it round the back first. Where's the middle? Yep. No, that's not it. Right. I do know what I'm doing, really. Yep, that seems okay. Most basic way I can activate this at the moment, I guess, is through a lever. I'll have to work on a timer in a second, or a button or something. Oops. Oh yeah, I haven't let it off its leash yet. Yeah, it's a bit of a long-winded way, isn't it? Let's smelt up some stone. In fact, I think... Oh no, I don't have smooth stone here, that would have made life easier. But the second the first smooth stone's done, I can use that recipe, there we go, and turn all the rest into it if I want. But I only need 2 for a button, which is a little bit easier. Yeah, I'll do. Luckily, the refresh time on the button's about the same as the cobblestone generation as well, so it worked out quite nicely. Oh, teach that, burn that. Right, what's next on the list? Got some of that going, let's get some crops. Oh yeah, I was going to show you this. No, I don't actually have enough, I don't actually have the coal recipe yet, which comes later on and is used in some other important recipes, so it's quite a good idea to get that up and running soon. Where's the... there we go. Let's grab all of those. And there we go, I can have a layer below there. Get a little bit of water coming in. Oops, let's do that further along. There. Oh yeah, I'm also going to need a pick, aren't I? Not a pick. I know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them. And another one of them. I mean a hoe. Right, now which seeds are available? Melon. Pumpkin are probably worth quite a lot of EMC. Sugarcane's nice and easy though to start off with. Actually, while I've got this going, EMC. Just remembered the Industry Craft 2 crops actually let you grow stuff permanently instead of breaking it down, and I think they go a bit faster as well. So you can just right click them every now and again and get the results out, which makes life a lot better. Means you don't have to keep replanting the things. Oh, that's what I meant to do. Charcoal plus wood equals torches. I don't want to turn around come face to face with a zombie, do I? I think the lava's enough to light up all that. Teach torches. Cool. Oh, I need some more crops. Crops. I haven't got much resources at the moment, have I? I should have not used up so much, actually. I'm running a bit low. There we go. Oh, no. Thought I had no sapling then. I'm sure that's not supposed to happen. Oh, there we go. Must have been a temporary graphic glitch in the game. And we have some more crops. Do I want to stretch this longer, or do I want to build stuff? And if I build stuff on this side, I'm going to have to creep around it every time. Let's make some dirt. Now, one thing I have to say, I do get nervous around the edges, so eventually I do put up some fences everywhere, once I've got enough of an area to warrant it. Oh, there you go, see they're growing nicely now. Don't know why I know you don't need running water, but still. I mean, you don't need still water, but I like it. See what I mean? You right click, you get the results out. If you wait until it grows up to maximum, you get somewhere between 1 and 6 of them every time, so it's quite a nice little energy gatherer. EMC supplier, I should say. See if I can get another one of this. There we go. I'll grab another as well then. These become a very nice income once you get a good few fields worth, especially when you do stuff like the pumpkins. Pumpkins you can also use on these, and obviously you don't use up the seeds every time you click on them, so you're able to get lots and lots. Problem is they take a very long time to grow compared to this stuff, so you can have a small and steady income, or you can have a massive slow income. I prefer small and steady because you get to build stuff as you go. In fact, I'm going to expand this farmland quite a bit. You guys aren't going to watch that, it's going to be long and boring, long and dull, so I'll be back shortly. Okay, that's significantly expanded the farm area. Now I think to avoid falling off the edge of the map, what I'm going to have to do now is fence up the area. I would have done this off camera, but you guys would wonder why on earth suddenly there was a load of fencing everywhere, when all I said I was going to do is crops. Wouldn't want to keep you in the dark about that. Now each fence is only worth 12 EMC, which is the equivalent of a couple of sticks, so I don't know why I just put the fence in it. So they're actually quite cheap once you get a few bits of wood going. Now I've stuffed all these things above here so that I don't accidentally walk into these. I did some tests and they do still grow absolutely fine. Oh yeah, I don't need all of these. And they do still grow absolutely fine underneath. I wasn't quite sure off the top of my head if they did or not. There, you see what I mean? These ones here are fully grown now. You get what, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, that's one of the features of the server. What it does is when you drop items on the ground, it bunches them together to avoid lag. Because if you have 1,000 small items, it will clog up the server something chronic. But these automatically join together into stacks. which is a very, very nice feature that I can't live without anymore, especially since all the machines I made used to keep overflowing nastily. I found ways around that now, but other people who join won't, will have basic machines that still muck up quite a bit, I'm sure. Not that I'm saying new people are muppets or anything. What was I doing? Oh yeah, fencing. Yeah, just ignore me, I'll ramble on a bit. Actually, I'm probably not going to need that much. Now, you saw there's quite a few later things. Tin, silver, pistons are still there. You can get clay, so that you can make some more of the old, yeah, that's right, red power alloy furnaces later on. So those are quite important, especially when you want to make some nice red wiring, red alloy wiring. Let's just cover all this up. One thing I do like to do later on is obviously get some IC machines, industry craft machines, but that costs quite a bit of EMC because the basics use a lot of iron, so I'm going to wait for that until I have a significant backlog here. Nice and easy, really efficient ways to mine there, harvest there. And all it takes is a little dip every now and again. See how much we got there. We're on 168, there you go, thousands. And we got 8 iron now, so I might upgrade the furnace. Actually, is there much point? Well, I still need fuel. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a timer. And I will upgrade the furnace for that, because fuel efficiency is quite important. For those who don't know, you can put... Oh crap, what am I doing? Right, that's better. For those who don't know, with a normal furnace, one piece of coal will do 8 units of work. Like, that's 1 unit there. But with an iron furnace it does 10, so it's slightly better fuel efficiency. Not a massive amount, but it makes a significant difference when you're doing stacks of stuff, because you'll only need 6 for an entire stack instead of 8. Well, 6.5. Nothing more. Okay. Nothing else left to drop down. There, plenty of wafers. Now I need some redstone actually, so I need lots and lots of charcoal. See how much wood I can get out of these. I don't need iron for now. How many wafers do I need for the recipe? I think it's about that many. Let's switch you over then. Use 1 charcoal to finish it. Oh, let's just go for 2. Nah, let's do the whole stack. Luckily, I'm not always this indecisive. Redstone. I have to start worrying about food soon as well, looking at it. Now I'm keeping this area nicely lit up at the moment, so I don't have to worry about mobs or anything spawning. But if I want to make a mob trap later on,